Hey everybody, Kenneth Todd here, and I want to ask you, are you living the life that you intended to live? Is this the life that you dreamed of living? Are you in the job that you really wanted to do? Do you want to start a business that you've never started? Are you in a relationship that's unfulfilling and unloving? Or are you not able to find a loving relationship? Are you at a place where your health or your weight is not in an optimal place, or it's not where you want it to be? Then I want to ask you, why? Why do you stay stuck there? Why do you stay in this place? And I know that's a very difficult decision for some people. You might be sick and you say, well, Kenneth, I didn't intend to be sick. And I understand that because I've been in that position. And you might say, hey, well, I didn't intend to be broke. I didn't intend to be bankrupt. Or I didn't intend for my partner to cheat on me or treat me terribly, etc. And I understand that that's called life, and we all go through those challenges, and some of us go through these challenges in a negative way, more negative and more damning and damaging than anybody else. And the fact of the matter is, what are we going to do about that, right? I want you to know is that you can make those changes. You can have the health that you want. You can have the relationships that you want. You can have that career. You can have that path. Starting your own company. It's not all about just making money. That might be your intention, and that's great. But it's about being fulfilled right down here in the core of your being, right? In your inner soul that's knocking the whole time, and saying to you, hey, wake up. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. That inner sort of acknowledgement, that inner sound, that inner calling is your purpose. It's your dharma. You're here to fulfill that in life. And if you don't, it keeps nagging at you. It keeps leaving that unfulfilled feeling, that unfulfilled sort of an unsatisfied, empty feeling, right? And you've got to align with that. Here's the thing, guys, this is what we need to realize. The first thing that you need to do if you want change, before you go study or go update your resume or go find a new partner or go on a blind date or whatever your thing is first of all, you need to acknowledge how divine you are. You have to acknowledge your own divinity, right? Whether you're a spiritual person or not, whether you believe in God or you don't believe in God, whatever your thing is, you need to understand your own divinity. What do I mean by that? Well, listen, here we are in this, right now I'm in San Diego, California, right? But I'm on planet Earth, right? Where does this planet Earth come from? In our little galaxy, there's a billion stars and planets or pieces of rock, whatever you want to call it. That's just one galaxy. And then there's billions and billions of those galaxies. So we are just one tiny, tiny element. What do we know about this? Right? Everything is made up of energy. But not only is it energy, but it has this intelligence. It wants to create. It wants to carry on expanding. Right? So if you look at this here, this is the same intelligence, the same life force that creates planets, that creates stars, right? That turns acorns into oak trees. How does that little acorn know, hey, this soil, this condition that I'm in right now, everything is just right to spring into life and start creating an oak tree? Where does that intelligence come from, right? You break that thing up, you run over it with your car. I used to live in Connecticut. I run over these things all the time. My driveway was covered in this mush dust. What is in there, that intelligence, right? Think about where you came from. Your dad's sperm, your mom's egg came from nothing. Where was that personality? Where was that feeling? That happiness, that laughter, that passion, that desire? Where does that come from? Right? All of a sudden two things come together. They know exactly what to do. They know exactly what to do and how to start creating. And a bunch of your cells get together and say, hey, listen, I'm going to create a heart and I'm going to create a liver and we're going to be specialized. We're going to do all this stuff. Right? You are a physical manifestation of the universe. And this is not about being all woo-woo, whatever. It's just a fact. It's the truth. You are a physical manifestation of the universe. You are the universe in motion. I'm a physical manifestation of this universe. We all part of it. Right? We all part of it. We part of this magnificence. So don't sit there and think, oh, I'm too small. My problems are so big. I've got a sore finger. Whatever it is. Okay? Think about the size of the universe. You need to acknowledge your own divinity. And here's the thing, this divinity is around us. The air that we breathe, the water that we drink, the food that we eat. So often we're just munching down our food. We forget about, hey, that's the source of our life. Within that food, there's that intelligence that, gives us all the energy, gives us the fats that we need, gives us the proteins, helps builds our cells, helps repair ourselves, gives us life. But we forget about that. Every moment we're taking a breath, right? That's life. That's that intelligence. It knows exactly what to do. It goes into our bloodstream. Everything works perfectly, right? Without it, we die. You are a part of that. It's in movement. It's just dynamic the whole time. So that's the first thing you need to know, is you need to know your own divinity, okay? And here's the thing. Here it is sitting within you, okay? So it's all around you. Everything that you need to know, you're like a radio transmitter. You need to tune into that frequency. But just because you can't see it, just because you can't feel it, it doesn't mean it's not there. It's just the same thing as the sun. You might be sitting here and you can't see the sun. Why? Because there's clouds there. What is those clouds doing? They're blocking the sun. Does that mean that the sun's not there? No. It's just that the clouds have blocked the sun. So between you and this universal power, this divinity, there's something blocking you. What is that that's blocking you? What's the equivalent of the cloud? It's your mind. And what is that mind doing to you? That's your belief systems, the way that you were raised. So all of a sudden you get excited and you say, you know what? Somebody spoke to me about a job opportunity, an exciting job. And I want to go apply for that. And then you go online and you see all the qualifications they're asking for, the experience, the type of person. You think, I don't have that knowledge. I don't have that experience. I don't have this. I don't have the personality. Oh my gosh, I get so nervous. What is that? That is your mind. Where does that come from? Your belief systems. The second thing you need to work on is your mind and your belief systems. You will never get ahead. You will never make that extra money. You will never get that job. You will never get that relationship. You will never get your health back if you don't change your belief systems. You got to work on your belief systems. Where do these come from? These beliefs come from when we're a child, when we're a little infant, and we're raised there. We don't come here saying, hey, I want to speak Chinese, I want to speak English, I want to speak Italian. We're raised and get the language that our parents are in, or the environment that we're in, our grandparents. We don't say, hey, I want to have rice for breakfast, or I want to have toast with marmalade for breakfast. All right, who defines that breakfast? The culture that we're raised in, the family, the country, our geographic location. Everything comes into our mind. We learn how to speak the language. We learn our belief systems about the way we should dress, the way we behave, the way we should act. So if we surrounded and grow up in an environment where there's lack, where there's poverty, where people tell us, you're not smart enough, you don't have the education, people from this neighborhood never get ahead, only those people do, guess what's going to happen? That forms a belief system in your mind. So even when you're 20, 30, 40, 50 years down the road, you want to make change, you get excited, then you go take that first step. Guess what happens? Well, your belief system is in the subconscious part of your brain, that of your mind. That controls your body. What does that do? It's your central nervous system. Boom. That's what kicks in the fear. That's what kicks in the anxiety. That's what kicks in the self-doubt, the worry. What happens? It becomes uncomfortable. And when it's uncomfortable, we don't want to make that change, because that voice then kicks in, right? That inner voice starts telling us, you don't have the experience. Don't waste your time. These interviews are too nerve-wracking. You can't do that. You can't have that partner. People don't love you, right? You can't be loved. People always cheat. People do that, blah, blah, blah. That inner voice, it's just noise. But here's the good news. You can change your belief systems. You're only dealing with thoughts, and thoughts can be changed, but you got to work on your belief systems, right? And you work on this every single day and create a new model, something that's empowering for you, okay? So those are the first two things that you need to do. Realize your own divinity and work on your belief systems. And then the third thing is having that desire. Well, it's actually going to be a number of things. Desire, persistence, consistency in your actions, okay? Now, I've got some free training, a free video, and if you want to have access to that, just look below. There'll be a link below this, or just place in the comments. Just say yes please in the comments if you don't see the link, and then that link will be delivered directly, automatically to your Facebook inbox. Okay, so I hope you found this video helpful and useful. I want to let you know that you're amazing. I'm Kenneth, and I hope to see you soon, and I hope to see you on that free video training, and it'll probably be about 45 minutes, 60 minutes, around about there, and we'll have some fun and get some changes made in your life. So I'll see you then. Take care. Cheers.